Virgo, welcome to Andromeda Skies Tarot. I have your reading here for April. So what is going on? Oh, here we go. We're starting off right away with the Strength card. So something here in our situation is requiring courage. Right, you might be dealing with a Leo in your situation. I have the Queen of Cups in the reverse in the recent past here. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse can sometimes talk about concealing our emotions. The Queen of Cups is actually really good at keeping her emotions to herself. As you can see, she has a cover over her cup here. She's the only card in the deck that has a cover over the cup. Okay, so in the reverse position, this can sometimes indicate that maybe we have been going through a period of depression. I have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So when the Two of Swords is in the reverse, it's telling me that we're struggling to make some kind of really important decision. Maybe we feel like we don't have enough information and our intuition is a little clouded. We have the Ace of Cups here. Okay, so this is telling me that perhaps, Virgo, we are not exactly sure how somebody feels about us. Okay, maybe we're afraid to express how we feel to someone because we're not really sure if they reciprocate. And I feel that we need to build up courage to actually come forward. This could actually possibly be your person's energy as well, so apply it at how it fits. I have the Four of Swords crossing the reading. So the Four of Swords can sometimes indicate that somebody is dreaming about another person. All right, but it also kind of talk about, if I can speak, it also kind of talks about taking a break from something. Sometimes it's recovering from heartbreak. We could be recovering from an illness or a surgery, something like that. But sometimes this can be referring to just kind of holding back and waiting for something. Okay, I have the Six of Wands here. This is social recognition. Okay, I feel like someone here in this connection really wants the other person to notice them. All right, they want them to give them their attention. I have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is somebody who does like attention. This person is usually a very social individual, okay, a socialite. This person is outgoing, loving, but in the reverse position, when I have two cards, especially of the Court cards, this is telling me that these two people might not be in communication here. All right, or they're not expressing themselves honestly to each other. Sometimes when the Queen of Wands is in the reverse, it can also mean that somebody is being less social. I have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so there is a possibility, Virgo, that you might be in separation with someone here. And I do feel that someone in this connection does want to reunite with the Six of Cups here. Okay, this talks about reunion. This can also be referred to as the soulmate card. So perhaps you feel like you're in a soulmate relationship with someone here. Okay, but this is also nostalgia, pleasant memories of the person. So I feel someone in this connection is looking back fondly on happy moments with each other. I have the Five of Swords here, so there is a possibility that the two of you had some fights here, some arguments. Sometimes the Five of Swords can literally talk about someone saying something quite mean, and that causes the other person to shut down and walk away. I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So there is a possibility, Virgo, that perhaps you and this person have a family together. You may have lived together in a home, had a home life together. In the reverse position, this is also telling me again that someone might be feeling really, really depressed right now. We have the Devil. Okay, the Devil in the reverse can tell me that perhaps sometimes this is a very lustful energy, like pure desire, but also it can talk about addictions and struggling with addictions, struggling with something that you feel bound to. This can represent feeling bound to another person. In the reverse position, this can indicate that someone is trying to release themselves from that person. So if you feel that you're in a twin flame or a soulmate relationship that was really, really intense, and you've been in separation for a long time, This can talk about someone perhaps doing cord cutting. So that's like a practice where you light two candles and there's a cord between them, and as the candle melts, the flame catches to the cord and burns the cord and separates the two candles. So it's supposed to be it's supposed to represent the tie between the two of you and help the two of you let each other go. So there's a possibility that someone in this connection did that because they still feel this really strong pull towards you, Virgo. So I have the King of Cups here. This is a very loving individual, a very sensitive person. Okay, this person sometimes can be psychic even. This is the kind of person that would let you cry on their shoulder. They'd listen to you. They'd give you emotional support. There's a possibility that your person has a lot of water in their chart or is a water sign. And now I have counterparts on the table here. And as you can see, I have one in the upright and one in the reverse. This is telling me that someone in this connection is trying to release themselves from this connection. It could be you or it could be your partner. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. What's going on in their situation? I have the Chariot card here in the reverse. There's a possibility that you live at a distance from each other and that's a little bit of an obstacle between you. Also, the Chariot talks about resisting some kind of change, needing to go in a new direction. Sometimes this can talk about there being a block in travel in some way. Please clarify this reading. Here we go. Okay, Virgo, I have the Wheel here in the reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse can talk about repetitive cycles, doing the same thing over and over again. It can also represent some kind of hardship that you've recently experienced. So for some of you, perhaps this is something that you go back and forth with this person. Maybe you have an on-again, off-again relationship. I have the Knight of Wands, and this is exactly what that represents, Virgo. The Knight of Wands is someone who kind of comes in and out of our life. So this might be the situation that you're in with this person. It's a very passionate connection I'm seeing. And I feel for some of you, this is you that is trying to release yourself from this person because you feel this strong desire towards them. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. What's going on in their situation? Okay, so I have the the Princess of Pentacles here. So this can sometimes be someone offering you a small token of appreciation. Maybe they're offering you some flowers, some chocolates. Maybe they're asking you out on a date here. This can also be someone offering you some financial support or someone offering you a new job. Okay, so there is a possibility that this person comes back around and that they want to reconnect here with you and they want to go out on a date or something like that. You might offer to take you out for a cup of coffee. I have the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity, understanding, communication coming through. All right, sometimes it represents like an epiphany, a sudden awakening, an understanding of something. So there's a possibility that if you've been in separation from this person for quite some time, this is representing that new communication opening up. Please clarify this reading for Virgo and their situation. Okay, Virgo, I have the Death card here, which does represent an ending. Okay, endings bring new beginnings. As you can see, the sun is rising here in the background. So something has to change here in this connection. And I feel for some of you, in order for this connection to last and prosper, what needs to change is this person's behavior of coming in and out of our life. I have the Star. So this is a really beautiful card, Virgo. This talks about healing and hope returning to a situation. For some of you, you still are holding on hope that this connection can be healed. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. Okay, so I have the Four of Pentacles here. This is talking about holding on to something. This can represent you holding on to the connection, or them trying to hold on to this connection. But this person here is doing so carefully because they're also protecting their heart in the process. As you can see, they have a coin up above their chest. Perhaps this behavior of this person coming in and out of our life, where is it? Here it is. Their behavior could be that they're trying to avoid becoming too attached in a relationship because they have these walls up around their heart. They don't want to become vulnerable in a connection. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. Okay, so I have the Ten of Swords here. This talks about a painful ending. This can make you feel that perhaps your person betrayed you in some way, but this does talk about an ending, and I'm seeing that an ending took place here. So very likely for a lot of you, Virgo, you are in separation with this person at this time. I have the Two of Pentacles here, so this is someone kind of weighing their options. This could also be you right now, where you're feeling extremely overwhelmed with what's going on in your life, your work life, personal life balance might be a little bit out of whack. You might have a lot on your plate going on. Maybe you're going to school and you're just very busy. Okay, but sometimes this can just represent you kind of weighing your options, like, what do I really want to do here? This can indicate needing to make a choice, needing to let something go so that you can focus your energy on something else. I have the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant talks about commitment, traditions. Okay, so for some of you, this is us thinking about if you're married to this person and they're behaving this way, some of you might be considering leaving them. All right, others of you who are not actually married, this could be you considering whether or not you want to remain in a committed relationship if they're not reciprocating that energy. I have the Four of Wands here, so this is another card that talks about marriage. So for some of you, you might have been talking about getting married, but the way that they're behaving, you're like wondering, well, is that a good idea? I mean, if you're coming in and out of my life, like, you're not giving me something stable and solid, do I really want to take this next step with someone who's doing that? For some of you, you just talked about getting married at some point. Also, the Four of Wands is a card that talks about a coming home energy. It's another reuniting card here. So I have two cards on the table that talk about reuniting. This one being in the reverse, I feel that someone might be hesitating. Okay, someone might outright deny the other person when they come back and they want to return home. Okay, I have the Five of Swords. So this is, again, we have this twice on the table now. This is talking about fights, arguments with somebody, someone saying really mean things. This could be us fighting because of the behavior of someone, where they're kind of like coming and going, not doing us right. Sometimes this card can literally talk about someone who is perhaps really flirtatious, and they might, even if they don't actually cheat, they're too flirtatious with other people, and that makes us uncomfortable. I have the Tower here. So this is another sudden change. So for some of you, this ending that took place was rather sudden. Okay, it just happened very quickly. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. What's going on in their situation? All right, Virgo, I have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So this card talks about fantasy, confusion, all right, daydreaming, having multiple options. But in the reverse position, this is kind of feeling like we don't know what to do. We don't know which cup to choose from here. Sometimes it can be that we feel like we don't have any options. So some of you might feel like you're stuck in this situation because you don't have you know, there's like, who else is there? Maybe you live in a small town and there's not really many people there, and you're thinking, if you lose this person, who will you be with? Okay, so you're holding on to them for that reason. Or maybe you feel like they're the only person who understands you. There could be a plethora of reasons why, but you could feel like this person is the only person for you and that you don't have any other option here. This could also be you removing yourself from a situation where you feel like you were being made an option. Please clarify this reading. I have the Hangman. So this card talks about isolation. So this could be how you feel right now. It makes a lot of sense with the pandemic. A lot of us are isolating ourselves. All right. But the Hangman also talks about gaining a new perspective. When I see this card come out in a reading, sometimes it's telling me that people are not communicating with each other. All right. Someone's not responding to the other person. Someone is taking a break, so to speak. And I do have another card that kind of talks about taking a break, and it's crossing the reading right now. So if you and your person are not in communication, it could be because you need some time to heal from their behavior, whatever they did here. You're recovering. Or it could be them that is they're taking some time to like think about things here. But someone is not taking action. This person needs to reach a period of enlightenment and clarity. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. What's going on in their situation? I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So like I was saying earlier, there is a possibility that you and this person have a family together or lived in the same home together. Okay, because both of these cards talk about home and family. There's also a possibility that you have children with this person. So with these cards in the reverse, it's kind of like a feeling of a broken home. There's also a possibility that if you didn't live with this person, okay, or you don't have kids with them, there is a possibility that your family does not approve of them. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. What's going on in their situation? All right, so we have the Seven of Swords here. Virgo, this can talk about literally catching somebody doing you wrong. So perhaps you caught them cheating on you. That's what this card can sometimes mean. All right, and I feel that it is a possibility here with the Prince of Wands, because sometimes this person can be a little bit of a horn dog and kind of like act on their inhibitions and not really think about the consequences. Okay, so in the reverse position, this is you like catching that person being sneaky and deceiving you in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be cheating. It could have been some other kind of devious thing that they were doing that wasn't right. It could have just been flirting, like and you know, that's disrespectful if someone's doing that. If they're dropping into other people's DMs and things like that, that's disrespectful, even if they didn't literally cheat. Stuff like that. I have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is someone who cuts things and people out of her life. Okay, and in the reverse position, this could have been perhaps you hesitated in doing so, but ultimately this card is talking about removing things from our life. All right, also in the reverse position, I'm kind of feeling that this person feels that if they came forward to you, see, the Queen of Wands is someone who will listen. Okay, they'll let you come forward and bring their case and bring your case to them and you know, talk to them, and if they like what you say, then, you know, maybe they'll make a decision in your favor. But if they don't, they'll cut you out. And the reverse position, I feel like the Queen of Swords here is not willing to hear anything, like no nonsense that they come forward with. I'm going to pull some Island Time Wellness here for clarification. Please clarify this reading. Karmic relationship. Okay, Virgo, there's a possibility that your person was diverted from you here by a karmic. So if you feel like you're in a twin flame or a soulmate connection, there is a possibility that there was a third-party interference that diverted your person's attention away from you. For others of you, if you don't feel like it was a soulmate relationship or twin flame, there is a possibility that this person that you're dealing with was a karmic, and that you needed to learn some really important lessons from this person. You know, karmic relationships can sometimes be very unpleasant, but they serve a very important purpose. They help us grow as people and spiritually as well. Please clarify this reading for Virgo. Coffee cup. Like I was saying earlier, there's a possibility that this person tries to reconnect with you, Virgo, and they might say, hey, can I take you out for a cup of coffee? You know, can we start over as friends? Something like that. I have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. So for some of you, this person might kind of appear out of nowhere, but I actually have a really positive feeling about this card that for some of you, after this painful ending with this person, you might have someone brand new coming your way. Okay, and it might feel like you were struck with Cupid's arrow, where you just had this immediate connection with this new person. Please clarify this reading. All right, I have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So Virgo, I really like to see this card because this is showing me that you have friends supporting you right now. This could be you taking time, like I did see that some of you are taking a break from this person. You need some time to heal, and I see that you're giving yourself some self-love here. You know, not letting this person completely and totally destroy your life, but moving on and enjoying the company of other people. If you haven't done that yet, I feel like this is advice for you to do that. Okay, like reach out to your friends and family and you know, spend some time with them. Don't isolate yourself too much. I mean, other than responsibly because of the pandemic, but you know, do make sure that you're reaching out to your friends and family. I have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So this again is very similar to the Devil card. All right, there is a possibility that some of you there's like addiction issues that are woven into this connection. This could be a codependent relationship that you have with this person as well. All right, Virgo, that is all that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time.